The real issue to me is that the German market is not a unified market. You have two premium automakers, BMW and Mercedes. They are in a different place than mass marketers. And then you got Volkswagen that in the most benign read is a mixed breed because it has a very large profitable business in Audi, and then it is fighting, as we all are, in a set of other brands that go from Skoda to Seat to Volkswagen. There are more similar and certainly in line with market perception and market behavior of the French and of the Italians. And so when and they're unique in that sense because nobody else has that problem. We have that problem inside Fiat because of the fact that we have Ferrari and Maserati, but Ferrari and Maserati were profitable, are profitable, and will withstand the down cycle anyway because I don't have to fight a Volkswagen Golf with a Ferrari 458. I just don't, right? It sells on another basis and it sells at a different price point. But once you exclude the premium ends, I don't think there is anybody in Germany today, including the two Americans, including Ford and Opel, and I'm not trying to put words in their mouth, but I don't think there's anybody who is not a premium automaker who fundamentally disagrees with the view that something needs to be done to the mass market in Europe to get it fixed. There's a fundamental problem with any restructuring exercise, is that the first mover in the restructuring pays the price, and he's got the biggest disadvantage in doing it because he's going to benefit everybody else down the chain. And so you're now at a perfect poker game where nobody's willing to call the bluff until somebody dies of a heart attack at the table and just can't deal can't deal the next round. And that's not a proper way to run an economy. It's no use deluding ourselves that we've got a European Union that is trying to create a single market and then effectively allow for nationalistic views to impact on the performance of the single market as an efficient distribution mechanism. Those two things don't go hand in hand. So you've got to be coherent in the approach that you're taking. And the only thing I've asked the Commission to do in Europe is to engage in what they consider to be the proper mandate under the Treaty of Rome and effectively ensure that the single market functions. In order for that to happen, then we need to ensure that there's no nationalistic view that's taken on this and that Europe undertakes a proper maintenance of the market in a way that doesn't create local distortions. If you end up, and we've done this already, we've done this in 2008 and 2009 when the French government provided interim financing to both Renault and Peugeot Citroën. There was more than 8 billion euros in funding that was extended at the time. Fiat refused to didn't take a euro. And we can't allow this kind of interference to keep on warping the market in a particular direction. You just can't. So it's time for Europe to stand up and be Europe. And if it doesn't want to be Europe, then let everybody else, then let's bust it all up and do our own stuff within our own boundaries. Either there is a European Union or there isn't one. If there is one, act like one.